What pets does PetSmart sell? So this is something that's been Googled. This is like a popular Google
Interesting.
topic, and I don't expect you to be a specialist on
I go to PetSmart.
PetSmart, but maybe we can. Okay, maybe you can riff on PetSmart for
Okay,
a little bit.
so PetSmart. I hate PetSmart, but I go to PetSmart. Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with PetSmart. They sell factory animals. They do have their cat rescue and adoption center that I think does a pretty good job.
Hmm.
They also have the animal hospital inside of all of them. I think they're called there's a name. It starts with a B. Banfield. All the Banfield animal
Okay.
hospitals inside of PetSmart. So they are attempting to do things the right way, but they still have fish. They still have iguanas and like chameleons, bearded dragons, rats, mice, hamsters, gerbils. They have sometimes I see hedgehogs, and they have birds, parakeets, and different small birds. And I think they have, what else have I seen?
I pulled this up, by the way. It says Banfield Pet Hospital. It's a private company. It's not owned by PetSmart, but they just appear in PetSmarts, right?
Right.
Banfield Pet Hospital is a privately owned company based in Vancouver, Washington, United States that operates veterinary clinics. Yeah, and so they own clinics in the United States, Mexico, and United Kingdom. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Banfield's pretty big. Banfield and VCA, I think, are the biggest ones, and there's some other big ones, and those two are the biggest, I think. So the PetSmart's selling, and they have those beta fish in a cup. I think that's what I think of first when I think of PetSmart and what they
Hmm.
sell. So traditionally, as an animal advocate, you're supposed to tell people that PetSmart is bad because they used to do like puppy mills and kitten mills.
Right.
So they don't do that anymore. I don't see that.
Okay.
Now with the exotic pets and the pocket pets that they sell, to me, I feel like those animals are really being bred mostly to feed larger animals.
Mm,
So if you end up with one of those animals as a pet, you kind of saved it from a worse death. And what I also know about the fish that they sell, I learned, and maybe this is wrong, but this is what I was told at PetSmart, that when they get a new shipment of fish, all the previous fish that they didn't sell, they just flush down the toilet because they have such a short
oh
lifespan
no.
that
Okay.
they're either going to die anyway, or they flush them down the toilet if people don't buy them. So
Huh.
should you buy pets from PetSmart? If you don't, they're going to die. If you don't, they're going to die. So it's not like you're not rescuing a pet. You definitely are. Are you promoting that genocide? Sort of. But I think that those exotic pets, they just have a different level of care for the
Yeah.
normal population. They don't see them as they see a dog or a cat. And I have my bearded dragon from PetSmart. My bearded dragon came from PetSmart, and I love my bearded dragon, and he's a great pet. But
Yeah.
I kind of adopted him from someone else who got him from PetSmart. So
Okay.
I didn't buy him from PetSmart. Someone else did. But I go to PetSmart to get my crickets for him. I go to PetSmart. I got my beta fish from PetSmart because they told me that if I didn't buy him, they were going to flush him. So I bought him. Actually, they gave him to me. It was free. I had to buy the
Okay.
bowl.
All right.
But they gave me the fish for free. But other than that, I mean, if you want to go to PetSmart to get your pets, I think that's fine. Just treat them well. I don't know how. I don't know. Maybe we should all boycott PetSmart. Maybe that's the answer. At
Yeah, I
least let
think
them.
when you were saying earlier about like if you don't, then they'll kill them. Well, I think this gets into an interesting consumer ethics debate
Mhm.
because I think there's a lot of people like vegans don't eat meat because they don't want to take part in that, but there's still meat in grocery stores that goes bad, right?
Yeah,
So
there it
and I've
is.
heard that argument for them. Well, you might as well eat it. It's already there, right? But right, I think there is
Absolutely,
a
there's a
consumer
correlation there.
ethical argument for in favor of boycotting, but it's certainly up for a little bit of debate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because they're very, they are trying to help your pets. That's the way
Mhm.
I see that business. Them as a business, and the people that work there. I meet those people. I go there all the time. They're
Mhm.
good people. They love animals too. They're just trying to help.
Right.
They're not looking at it like this. They are not the evil corporation. Maybe the corporation is evil, but the service they provide is necessary. I need it. I go there for my pets. because the other places I try to go for my pet stuff is less reliable, lower quality, more expensive prices. And I have way more options and variety for the things that I need at
Well, for
PetSmart.
pet upkeep, it's got to be convenient to get the food, the gear, etc. So our PetSmart in Europe is called Tom and Co. And when we told our veterinarian, yeah, we just go to Tom and Co. It's right down the street. He told us like grumbled and said, "Oh, I hate Tom and Co." Like it's just classic, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
he might hate Tom and Co, but the food he recommended is available at Tom and
There
Co.
you
So
go. Right.
it's still a store that's right down the street. I can walk there, and it's
Yeah, I'm
pretty
sure you could
convenient.
do like there should be like a Whole Foods version for PetSmart where it's all just naturally sourced and organically grown and
Yeah.
local people making the dog sweaters or whatever. But until that exists, I don't know. I go to PetSmart. I go to a couple of different pet places. Pardon me, PetSmart,
Yeah.
Petco, and a place called Distributors Feed.
Okay.
Distributors Feed is great, except for their crickets are really small. And then the
Uh,
crickets at PetSmart are really big and juicy. And my
uh,
bearded dragon is spoiled and he
of
likes
course
the
you want the
big
big and
juicy.
juicy ones. Give me that cricket
Yes.
steak.
No, PetSmart's got me hooked with those big old juicy crickets from my bearded
Well,
dragon.
I appreciate, Albert, that you have a nuanced take on PetSmart because, you can't argue against convenience. But like in an ideal world, I've been having some interesting consumer ethics conversations about a variety of consumer products and just like, should we boycott flat out everything that's bad? Maybe
Maybe
that's the ethical
that's the woke
stance to
thing to do.
take, but in reality, PetSmart does some good, and like you said, the workers there, they're trying to do things better. So the puppy mill thing, they stopped doing the puppy mill thing. Were they shamed into stopping doing that?
I think everybody was. I think all the puppy mill people have been shamed. So now you just do it online
I
behind closed
see.
doors.
I see. I see.
There's still puppy mills. I guess PetSmart's not doing it, but I guarantee whoever the person in charge of the puppy mill at PetSmart just changed the name, made it a branch, called it something different, and they're
Interesting.
still milling out puppies.
Well, keep shaming them, people, if it makes a
I
small
learned
difference.
in a meeting that I had yesterday that 70% of pets did not come from a shelter. So no matter what we do, 70% of people are still going out and buying pets from breeders.
Mm,
And most breeders are crooked. Most
mhm,
most breeders are crooked. I can say that with confidence.
mm,
There are some great breeders out there. There
mhm,
are some breeders out there who actually are doing it for the right reasons.
mhm.
Most breeders are doing it for money, and
Yeah,
that's the problem.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we could do a whole episode on that, and then I'm sure we will in the future.